Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to discuss Rolling Stone and their list that they recently put out. It is of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Now, of course, that's subjective, and they said that this is their opinion. However, it's caused quite a stir on social media because, as you know, Rolling Stone has been covering the music scene for many years. And so the fact that they put out this list and they left off some pretty prominent names has caused quite a stir. So let's get into it. So the first one that everyone is upset about, and rightfully so, is Celine Dion. Okay, so Celine Dion, who has been a powerhouse vocalist for, I would say, at least the last 2 or 3 decades, she was not on the list. And the timing, unfortunately, couldn't be worse because she just recently came out last month with a lot of health issues that she's battling. And as we know, her husband had passed years ago. So this was, really hurtful, I'm sure, to her. She hasn't spoken out about this, but her fans, for sure. I'm a Celine Dion fan myself. I loved her singing, Beauty and the Beast with Peebo Bryson years ago when I was a kid. But I mean, all of Celine's music is iconic. It's all coming back to me now is iconic. Her, of course, rendition of My Heart Will Go On, that stayed at the top of the charts forever, right? And so no one can sing and do it like Celine can, yet she was left off this list. And I mean, out of 200 people, and the people who were on the list, of course, congratulations to them, right? So here we have Moses Mendez II. He's a cultural reporter, and he was saying that this list has sparked a lot of debate because people have, of course, different opinions and different musical tastes, but to leave Celine off, among others that we'll cover later in the video, has been a touchy subject with a lot of music lovers, myself included, right? So here, for example, okay, we have Taylor Swift, who is, of course, a phenomenal songwriter and marketing genius, right? She has been iconic for a very long time, okay? And the fact that she writes all of her music and she just bought her master's is commendable. To say the least, I'm definitely not taking anything away from Taylor. She is a genius when it comes to pop culture, and she's a pop culture icon for sure. Okay. However, Rolling Stone listing Taylor Swift vocally at 102 and then Kelly Clarkson at 194, like B. Kelly Clarkson. So let's talk about it. First of all, she outsang everyone on American Idol, which is how we were introduced to her when I was a kid growing up. You literally had to phone in for your favorite person, and she won the whole contest. Okay. Then she comes out with amazing hit records, and now she has her own talk show where she actually sings cover songs, and she hasn't missed once. Kelly Clarkson is a brilliant songstress. She's a vocal powerhouse. Like, she can sing and she can hold her own against Adele, and I would even say Mariah Carey. Like, she is someone who vocally she should at least be in the top 100. So to put her at 194, I mean, only 6 away from the bottom, was kind of an insult. So that's just my own opinion, but I think that Kelly deserves better. Again, Michael Jackson at 86. I okay. Um, I was out of the country when Michael Jackson died, right? It was in June 2009, and I'll never forget. And even though I wasn't in the US, There's nothing more American than Michael Jackson's music. This man had people falling out, fainting. He's been singing since he was so little. I think like 5 or 6 with the Jackson 5, right? And so he has been, I mean, the popular icon. I can't think of a bigger artist than Michael Jackson in my lifetime, okay? His music history is beyond iconic. Like he is the greatest performer in our world. And this is before it, the internet, social media, and he would sell out wherever he went. Okay. So to have him at 86, like my mouth literally dropped open. Okay. I I can't think of a bigger rock and roll. I mean, he's the king of pop, first of all, but I can't think of a bigger artist than Michael Jackson. So 86, I was super surprised. And then we have Brandy, who, even by Whitney Elizabeth Houston, was called the vocal Bible. Okay. Brandy can sing, like, period, hands down, right? So for her to be a 193, I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is crazy. And that's a comparison to Kurt Cobain. Now, I'm never, I don't want to speak ill of the dead. And I really liked Kurt Cobain, especially, his hits like Smells Like Teen Spirit, and just how much of a rock star he was when he was alive. I was so sad that he died so young at 27. But Kurt doesn't have the musical longevity, one, but he doesn't have the he doesn't have, I don't know, I guess the songs, the albums, maybe he just wasn't around long enough for him to be at 36. Now he did of course help introduce and popularize like the grunge scene that came out of Seattle, and like the teenage rock scene, and I get that. Like, that's commendable. He was a great artist when he was here. But to put him at 36 and to put Michael Jackson at 86 is just disrespectful. Michael Jackson should be in the top 5, if not the top 10 at the very least. Kurt Cobain, in my own opinion, this is just my opinion, he did not earn or deserve to be at 36. Great man, great musician, but he wasn't with us long enough to be at 36. Okay. In that same vein, Jasmine Sullivan deserves so much better. Like, she's the one I feel like to be at 36. That's why I put her beside Kurt, because her being at 182 is so wrong. Like, Jasmine's vocal stylings alone are amazing. Her riffs and runs are wonderful. I mean, aesthetically, and just, the musicality that she has as an artist, she should be in the top 50, top 25 in my personal opinion, but at least in the top 50. Okay. Yeah. Whoever put this list together is ridiculous. Their musical taste, I have to question, because I'm not the only person that thought that there's some people that should have been juggled around. Not to mention, they left out people like Celine Dion, Pink, Justin Bieber, Jennifer Hudson. I mean, J Hud is iconic. Her voice is spectacular, so that's surprising. Janet Jackson, again, alongside of her brother, should have been in the top 10, in my opinion. Tony Bennett, Madonna, Nat King Cole, and they left off Dionne Warwick. And I've been watching Twitter because I love, if you guys haven't followed her, she's hilarious. But I was looking to see if she was going to address it at all. And I'll continue to watch. I'll update you guys if she does. But she should definitely be on there. These people are icons in our music history. Now, one thing I will agree on is they did get Aretha right. So Aretha Franklin's number 1, Whitney Houston's number 2. Luther was not where he should have been, but that's another story. But yeah, I really was surprised that, like, Mariah Carey, she was number 5, and I'm thinking like she should have been 3. I didn't agree with their list at all. and a lot of people didn't, right? So here's what Rolling Stone says. They say, in all cases, what mattered most to us was originality, influence, and the depth of an artist's catalog and the breadth of their musical legacy. A voice can be gorgeous like Mariah Carey's, rugged like Toots Hibbert's, understated like Willie Nelson's, slippery and sumptuous like Angelo's, or bracing like Bob Dylan's. But in the end, the singers behind it are here for one reason. They can remake the world just by opening their mouths. And while I get that sentiment, I don't agree with the listing choices, right? In my opinion, it should be Aretha number one, Luther number two, Whitney Houston number three, Mariah Carey number four, and Celine Dion at number five. So they did my girl Celine dirty, but y'all let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk with you other people later. Go listen to some Michael Jackson, y'all, or put on some Celine Dion for the culture. I'll talk to you later. Bye.